Hey guys, welcome to my first RuneScape video ever. Now, with that being said, I am no scrub to this game. Now, when I mention I'm just getting back into the game, it's not meaning that I am brand new to the game. And for me to show you that, let me play this clip. Ooh, that emote is nice. Now, as you can see, this is my main account. This is the original one I started back in probably 2008, 2009 when I started playing RuneScape. Played it off and on many years, always came back to it, and as you can tell, it is maxed. I have that sexy cape, put many hours into this game, and over here, as you can see, it is 99 everything. After maxing, I found out I was getting pretty bored with RuneScape 3, you know, doing the bosses. I just didn't have much to work for, so I started playing around. I made an old school account, fell in love with it. And I think the reason why is just kind of going back to all the old stuff that I kind of forgot about, all the old grinding ways, the play style, everything like that. So for me to start getting back into it really caught my attention, and that's kind of the motivation for the series that I want to get back into. Now, I do want to apologize. I wanted to start this series sooner. I did do some recordings starting off on this account. Recordings that I started with on this account are absolutely trash. For some reason, I was going through OBS when I was doing my recordings, and they came out so bad that I'm not even going to post those clips. So instead, you get to see where we start from here. So pulling open stats, we've already done a lot of work with things. We got that 70 attack, 73 strength, 70 defense, 73 range, 43 prayer for those protects. We have the 61 mage, that's pretty low. As you can tell, the one thing I have been working on most is the Slayer. Now, also coming with RS3, I am still a freaking noob at old school. There is so many things that have been implemented into this game that I didn't know about. I was on RS3. I never even touched OS, never even wanted to. But after maxing, my thoughts changed on it big time. So for me in this series, I have to relearn a lot. There is bossing, and there's bosses in this that I've never even heard of. I see little videos on, and it just seems really cool, and that's why, you know, a big motivation for this series is. Now, some things that you have missed out on some of the recordings I haven't done, I'll pull up my inventory, and this is basically what, these are some milestones and just stuff that I collected and achieved over the past probably about a month and a half of what I've been actually going on here. Accumulated up to 25 mil GP, a lot of the end items, and everything like that. I have a bunch of emeralds in there. I was getting my crafting out so I can make this freaking Slayer helm, right? And Nightmare Zone. I have never heard of Nightmare Zone. When I got back into this game, I seen these people were talking about it. I had to look it up, so I had to go there, and I tell you what, that was a grind. It probably took me close to 6.5 hours to get 1.25 million points to get that imbued. Crazy long. People were like, no, you get 1 mil an hour. Oh, not for me, man. No, didn't work that way. So these are just some of the, you could say, milestones I have completed. Not much quest done. Honestly, who likes to do freaking quests? In OsRs, they are necessary. There's a lot of these I need to get done, and as you can tell, there is a lot of red quests. Look, I haven't even done the Fremennik Trials or Isles. None of those. I've pretty much only done the ones to get my dragon skimmy boy. Yeah, you know, all that good stuff there. Another quest I managed to get done, the Mage Arena. You gotta do those. You gotta have those capes, man. Now, I'm sure you all want to know my goals. Of course. Goals are, number 1 is going to be bossing. To me, this is going to be some sort of new playstyle in RS3. I go in there, I turn on Soul Split, and I just start smacking away. That's basically all I did. You know, I see all these videos, these guys of people not old school, and they are switching so many things. They're doing this, and it looks wild, intense, and fun. So that's the number one thing I'm going to start focusing on. My stats are getting fairly good at this point. I need to work on that Orbler, get that up. But I think in this next week, I'm going to be shooting for those Barrows kills. Now, Barrows in old school, those babies are worth some money. So I'm going to start focusing on those, get that GP stack up. Number 2, maxing out those combat stats. Now that's mainly going to be for my Slayer and bossing. Get those done. Now, the route I'm actually going to take, I think, of going with maxing out my stats is I'm going to try to leave my attack and defense behind a little bit. And the reason why is because PKing is something I am interested in learning how to do. So going with that, I think if I keep my attack and defense down just a little bit, I'm going to try to get my strength up to 85, range up to 85 plus, magic even 85 plus, and then from there I'll start slowly bringing up my attack and defense, just so if I do happen to catch myself in a fight in the wilderness, I at least have a chance against some of those people that might be pure and, you know, they're basically just going to push my face in. One thing I don't want to do is skilling. Who likes to skill? No one. And if you do, I'm sorry you're watching this video because I am not a skiller. Not a chance. But the ones I need to be focusing on, I think, is I need to get that agility up. Shortcuts in this game make it so much better, because one thing I did forget about is running in this game is ridiculous. I do not have fairy rings, and for me to get around is a hassle. I tell you, I freaking hate it. I honestly do. My Herbalore needs to go up. Definitely need to get that up. I don't think they're called overloads in old school, but whatever's equivalent to overloads is what I need to get to. As you can tell, I have not even done the quest to even unlock that yet. I think it's Druidic Ritual, maybe? Question mark. Also, another one, construction. Now, construction has those rejuvenation pools. There's several different types. That's going to be something that is going to be necessary, except for into bossing. I see a lot of people utilizing that really well, especially getting into PKing. That's just one of those things I'm going to focus on as well. Now, I think we covered the basics. Now, what are we going to call this series? I think an easy way to put it is we can call it the BRSYTBR, which stands for the best RuneScape scaries yet to be recorded. Nah, let's call it Squeeze's Adventures Episode 1. Without further ado, let's go see what my girl, Naive, question mark, maybe, wants us to do. Slayer is one thing that I absolutely love to do. I don't know why, because that makes you a ton of GP. Who doesn't want GPs, right? Buying girlfriend. Oh, here we go. She gave us 166 fire giants. Honestly, not a huge fan. Okay, guys, I made my way here to the fire giants. I am going to close this intro video. It's getting kind of long and boring. I do understand that, but I wanted to give you guys a background of where I'm come from, what I want to do. So make sure you guys stay tuned, because this series is going to be whack. We're going to have lots of fun. We're going to get a lot done. We're going to get lots of drops, because you know what? We get that streamer, YouTuber, RNG. Yo guys, thanks for watching. And if you're excited as much as I am for this series, go ahead and give it a like. And if you want to leave those newbie comments for me down below, go ahead and do so. And don't forget, subscribe.